Hello, hello, hello. I am going to click go live everywhere right now. Let me go here, go live. Hopefully this works. Yep. Okay, great. We're going to click go live. I'm going to make sure I'm live everywhere, everyone. So if you see me looking over to the side, that's because I just need to be sure that we are live on all platforms. So let me go over here and make sure. Da 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 da. Okay, this should work. Hopefully, I am live on LinkedIn. Let me head over there really quick just to make sure that we are live. Let me sure in events. Is my event live? Sometimes LinkedIn doesn't like to. Yep. Oh, it is live. I'm here. Hello to LinkedIn. Let me watch my live event over here as well. I love to be able to do that. All right, fantastic. And let me make sure I'm live on Facebook. We're going to click that now just to make sure that we are live. And we are. Oh my gosh, that is amazing. Hello, 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 everyone. So hopefully I'll be able to see. I'm not sure if on Facebook I'll be able to see the chat. So I'm trying to be sure that I can see the chat, gang. So just give me 1 second while I can see if I can see the chat. And blah, blah, blah. I'm not sure that I can, but you know what? We're just going to go with it. How is everybody doing? So this is also being recorded. I'm actually going to go in the back and see if we have folks in the back room right now. If you are in the back room or wherever you are, if you could give me a heads up and just say hi, give me a chat, and let me know that you're here. I like to let everybody on all platforms get on, and we're about to get started. I'm gonna welcome everybody. We're live on X. Let me just bounce over there too. I like to go live all over the place, to be honest with you, because let me see, is this not working? Yep, we're working on X too. Because just in case that you weren't able to get on Eventbrite or you weren't able to get on LinkedIn or you weren't able to get wherever it was, I wanted to have this here for you today to chat. We're going to be about 45 minutes. I will stay on the Eventbrite, aka the StreamYard link, for a little bit longer today. So I'm also live on YouTube. So let me just open up YouTube really quick because I have to say hello to my YouTube folks. And I know normally on YouTube I'm talking about a lot of other things, and I'm not necessarily talking about this thing, what we're going to be talking about today. But I am all about making sure that we are all prospering in our purpose. And so this is one of my avenues, one of the ways that I make sure that we're all prospering in purpose and we are doing what we need to do in order to help humanity in whatever way it is. Now, I'm actually just give me just 1 second. I'm heading over here just so I can monitor this as well. So I'm going to welcome everybody here. Why are you not here? Okay, we are good. All right, good deal. All right, welcome again. So we are going to be here today to talk all about AI. We're going to be here to talk about how you can use it in your business. All over, if you type in, at least on LinkedIn, Instagram, I don't know if the Instagram is going to show us. I'll let you know any comments that I hear on Instagram, Facebook, everywhere. If you are already in business, let me know. You can put that in the chat at any given moment in time. And if you're thinking about getting into business, let me know. You could put that in the chat at any given moment in time. Hopefully, this 45 minutes is going to help you in general to be able to say, okay, this is where I need to use AI. This is how I can possibly use it, and not be kind of scared about it. Okay. Some of you may already have used AI. And if you have, put that in the chat. What platforms have you used? ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude. What have you used before? And how it's done for you. Okay. This is going to be very interactive, or as interactive as you can possibly be, but there will be replays that are available to you as well. Now, shall we get started? Okay. Where should your business start with AI live? Now, you are going to have an opportunity very shortly to take a brand new tool that I have created, and you're going to be able to answer those questions. We're going to get a little bit of the feedback, a back end as to why I created this tool, and then you're going to get in real time the results. All right, I'm super excited about that. So let's go on and get started. Now, I want to introduce myself to some and reacquaint myself to others. My name is Lisa M. Brewer. I am a business architect and an operational strategist, AI operational strategist. But let you give you a little bit of background on how I got to this place. I have over 30 years of multi-client business leadership experience. I have worked in corporate. I have worked for Fortune 500, Fortune 100 firms. I have worked in sales, marketing, client services, you name it. I've worked in it, helped to create brand new, customized databases and all these things and tools for people to utilize. I've done this for well over 30 years, the last 5 of which have been as a full time business architect and strategist. I can't believe it's been 5 years already. I started back in 2020 and went full time in February of 2021. And I went full time to help people in their process. I had been purpose. I have been in. I was a life coach for quite some time. I'm also an ordained Christian minister, non-denominational. So helping people has been my thing, right, for as long as I can remember. And at some point back in 2020, some of my clients wanted to know how they could also become life coaches. I said, well, let's do that, because I found it to be extremely fulfilling. And I was making multiple 6 figures while I was working a full time job. And then I embarked on this as well, and we're doing quite well for ourselves now. And I've been able to help over 1,500 plus clients across many different professional services like dentistry, psychiatry, nursing, doctors, holistic doctors, marketing professionals, sales professionals, you name it. We've been able to help them, we've either elevated their professional services or also help them get into the coaching and wellness and consultative areas as well. I have founded, gosh, one, two, three, four, probably companies at this point. But I spent the last year to all of 2025, we'll talk about that in a second, really honing in on AI, how to use it, how to stay up with the tools, what tools are really necessary now, what tools aren't, and building a foundation that then you layer the AI on top of it, so it's not just a monkey mess. And my most recent two of AI Coach Build and PrimeCoach.io. PrimeCoach.io, we'll talk about that momentarily as well. That's really a white labeled, go high level, that I then went ahead and made it into what I wanted it to be and customized it. And then we do customize different workflows, apps, all sorts of things for our clients. And recently, I have become a speaker for the LA Tribune. I will be speaking on at the LA Tribune Leadership Week on conscious AI business building and how AI is really integrated and how it is affecting us as entrepreneurs, coaches, consultants, teachers, even the mom and pop business, right? Even that business that, you could be an HVAC person, right? And you still need to have AI integrated in your business so that you can stay ahead of the game, ahead of the curve. And I just recently spoke at the LAT Inner Circle Conscious Evolution Expo, and you can find that on the LA Tribune YouTube channel. So let's go a little bit more into what I built and why. So in 2025, I went super deep. Okay. I still did business, don't get me wrong. But this whole AI, we knew AI was going to be here to stay at that point. I spent the entire year rebuilding my own business from the foundation up from this AI lens. Okay. I did a lot of testing. I did a lot of building for myself and my clients. I validated what works and what doesn't. And independently for all of my clients independently, what the necessary areas were, how we could use AI to help us in our day to day, and how it can make our lives and our clients' lives better. Okay. I ended up creating some highly customized AI powered automations, workflows, and applications built around the client experience and their operations. I went ahead towards the end of 2025 and launched primecoach.io. I have customized it. It's a fully customized Go High Level platform. And I really built it up and built different snapshots and workflows, understanding the inner workings and pushing that platform to its limits as to what we could do on the back end, even to the point now that we're creating AI coaches and through their AI conversation AI, voice AI, creating a very immersive and interactive experience for clients. I have created proprietary diagnostic tools, including what we're going to use today, the AI opportunity scan, to help people just like you figure out what's the best way, how to use it, right? I'm not just going to give you prompts today. That's not what this is about. This is not about the prompt because anybody can go help you write a prompt. I'm trying to help you understand how it can be integrated and where it can help you the most. We've created a repeatable framework for foundation first AI integration. I We have to look at how this is built, just like back in the day when I was building custom databases, custom sites, using custom HTML, all that kind of stuff. In order for you to be able to utilize these tools to the best of their ability and to yours, you absolutely have to have a solid human intelligent foundation built. Otherwise, you're just putting mess on top of mess and you're making more chaos. And then my AI coach build is a dedicated practice to helping business owners just like yourself or emerging business owners implement AI strategically, not experimentally, from the ground up. So let's begin, shall we? This is what we're going to be doing together today. We're going to, first of all, go over why most businesses get AI backwards. Then we're going to be going over the 5 AI opportunity areas. Then we're all going to take the scan together and welcome everybody that's joining me on various platforms. We're going to take the scan, the live scan together. Then we're going to get into a results discussion. And then, with some time, if we have time, we're going to go on and do some hot seat coaching. I'm definitely going to want to be doing that so that you and I and all of us, we can figure out together where the best areas for you are and the most areas of opportunity. So let's talk about why most businesses actually get this like backwards. And I'm sure that if you really think about it, and if you want to type yes in the chat or whatnot, where does AI actually fit into your business? And I don't want this to be just a theoretical, well, I can type into ChatGPT and ask it some questions. No, I want to talk about where it fits into your day-to-day operations. Okay. So um the reason why I say most folks get this backwards is because what most people do, and hear me out, I don't know if you've done it as well, but you hear about AI as a tool. Okay. You're like, yep, AI is a great tool. You hear about some specific tool. So if you think about this, ChatGPT or Claude or Gemini, Manus is another one. There's a bunch of them out here. Maybe Leonardo AI for graphics. I don't know, anything. Just pick a tool. And you hear about it, you buy it, you sign up for it automatically, like right away. And you try to figure out how to fit this into your workflow. So you have this workflow already about how you get clients, how you identify them, and where they come from, and how you want to work with them. Hopefully, you already know that how you want to work with them, whether that's a physical building that you have a storefront, or maybe you have a physical, like like the HVAC or a plumber or someone like that. or you're a coach or a healer or whatnot. So you try to fit it into your workflow, and then you quickly get confused or overwhelmed because now here is yet another platform, another software system, something else that you need to learn, and you give up because you don't see any results. What I have found over 5 years, and by the way, you can run these numbers if you want. Most entrepreneurial endeavors, 50% of them close their doors after 2 years. That's getting to be a little bit quicker now. 50% of them close their doors after 2 years, and there's only 11% of businesses that are indeed still open after 5 years. So, this is what I have found that works. You need to identify where the manual work is the highest. Where are you spending the most brain power, time, whatnot? Where are you spending the most time? Then you map what that gap really looks like to a specific process. So if it's content creation, right? So what is the gap in the process? Is it coming up with the ideas? Is it writing the posts for multiple platforms? Is it recording and editing your videos? Where is the gap in that process? Then we select the tools that are going to solve that specific issue. This way, we're implementing it clearly. We know exactly where it's fitting in. And then you go back and you measure, right? I always go back and check. So, before, for instance, with my clients, they come to me, I want to create a business, I want to coach or consult or whatnot with this group of people. And I would say, great. And we'd come up with the idea and I'd listen to it. I'd be like, okay, that sounds awesome. It would take me sometimes 2 to 3, sometimes up to 5 to 6 weeks to really hone in their niche. Why? I did not have the capability at that time to figure out to go in one space and do market research and look at what's working in the algorithm and all the it was a lot of manual labor. It was a lot of manual labor to figure out what was going to work. So what was the gap? It was the research and market analysis for me. What did I learn how to do? I learned how to apply specific tools to no matter what your niche is and do specific prompts in a specific way to not only identify what your niche is, what really gets you going, who's really buying, who's spending money, how much money are they spending on average? Who are your competitors? What are they making? What are they charging? I can find all this stuff out now in a matter of hours, maybe a couple days if I really, really need to dive deep. But usually it's hours as opposed to weeks. So, what does that do? That lets me be more of a strategic partner with you. And then we can really work on design and implementation rather than all that research. All right. So, we need the foundation first. What did that example I just gave you? What did I do? In my own business, I needed to diagnose the issues, identify where the manual work is costing me the most time, costing you the most time, because time is what? Money. Okay. The second thing we need to do is prioritize. We need to rank those gaps by impact. Okay. And ease of automation. I can't necessarily automate everything. I can't automate everything, right? At all. However, there are a lot of things I can. There are a lot of things that I can automate. And so I need to prioritize what's going to give me the most bang for my buck. You need to automate the $10 an hour jobs or now $20 an hour jobs. You need to automate those right first because they're sucking up the most time for you as the visionary and the leader. So you need to automate what is on that kind of lower end of the scale or what you're just not good at. So administrative stuff is the best, is a great place to start. Emails and returning emails and all that's a great place to start. Okay. Then also responding to messages. Those are great places to start. Content creation. Those things that take a lot of time and energy and they don't give you a huge return on your energy in the moment. That's where we start. Then we implement, we select the tools that's going to work. Listen, some things are hammers, some things are screwdrivers, some things are fine scalpels, fine blades that are going to beautifully etch a picture for you. Not every tool is meant for everything. And then I love to measure and track the time saved and the results that's provided. All right. Okay. Now, that's why I created this AI opportunity scan. Now, we're about to put the QR code up in a second, and we're about to put the link up in a second. So if you're watching this on your on a screen, like on your TV, or you're watching it on a monitor or something like that, you're going to be able to take your phone and scan the QR code. If not, we're going to give you right there on the screen. You can just open up a different tab while you're listening to me, and you're going to be able to type in this URL, okay, and you'll be able to take the scan. So it's mybusinessaiscan.com, mybusinessaiscan.com, and there's the QR code. So while you're bringing that page up, we're going to go through the framework. There are 5 opportunity areas. Now, I don't want you to take the scan right now. Just have it ready, okay? The first one we're going to look at lead generation, how you attract and capture new prospects. We're going to look at lead response, how quickly and consistently you follow up. Third, we're going to look at client intake, how you collect and organize client information. The fourth area of opportunity is your operations automation. How much manual administrative work are you doing, and how much does it require your business? And then the fifth area is content creation, how consistently you produce marketing content. So we're going to take the QR code. Yep, we're going to take the QR code down as well, please. And the AI business scan. If we could do that, that's awesome. And we're going to kind of go a little bit deeper into these 5 areas. Lead generation, area number 1. If you don't have leads, you don't have sales, you don't have sales, you don't have a business. So if you're relying a lot on referrals or word of mouth, if you don't have a consistent content or marketing cadence, if you don't have a landing page or any type of lead capture system, and if your pipeline either feels unpredictable or it's non-existent, those are common signals that we have a lead gen problem. All right. Now, how I've been able to use AI to help. Hello everyone there on Instagram. You guys are great. Hello. I love you're in Cuba. How are you doing in Cuba? How are you doing? Please let us know. Our prayers are with you. AI impact. The impact AI can have on lead gen is you can generate AI assisted content creation, and AI can actually help you schedule it. Know when to post. There can be an automated lead capture, right? And follow-up sequences that we can create through automation or through AI. We can create and write consistent nurturing campaigns without the manual effort. So this again is the workflows that I put in primecoach.io. I put it in there. So in the background, you're going to create and you're going to go through a lead capture today, right? Everybody that takes this scan, I'm fully open and honest with you. You're going to take this scan. You're going to give me your first name, your email address. You're going to give me that information first up. And then you're going to take the scan. Why? Because then you and I can talk afterwards. All right. And also, and you can now, because you have this information, now we have analytics, we have actual data to identify what's working and what's not. Right? What's working and what's not. Now, lead response. Some of the common signals that may, and I want you to think about this as you're getting ready to take this. Some common signals that may signal to you we have a lead response issue about how quickly you follow up with the new inquiries. Inquiries sit in your email or DMs for hours or for days. Listen, I am bad, especially with those DMs, child. I'm terrible with it. I'm be honest. Okay. If you don't have a formal system for tracking new leads, if your leads are tracked in spreadsheets or down on pieces of paper, okay, they're all over you everywhere. And if your response varies depending upon your workload. So if you're really busy, then you don't respond very well. If you're not so busy, then you're really good at it. That's not consistent. So AI can help like solve all of that, right? We do instant automated acknowledgement of every inquiry. And that can be on your landing pages, that can be on your websites, it can be anywhere we need it to be. Okay? It can be anywhere we need it to be. We can use questions, like we can develop a set of questions or a logic tree where it can actually qualify the lead before there's human involvement. If you're not necessarily like, let's just say for instance, if you do affiliate marketing, okay, if you do affiliate marketing, I'm probably not the girl for you because I don't typically help people that create affiliate marketing or have affiliate marketing businesses. I could probably learn it, but right now that's not really my focus. So I could be asking, like my AI can ask you questions so that we know for sure that you're a fit, right? If you're not really ready to dedicate a ton of time to this right now, then my AI can say, okay, great. Well, maybe one of my more high touch group programs or something is not really what you need, but you could do this over here. Okay. If you're just starting out and you're like, I don't have a CRM, I don't have this, I don't have that, I need to at least get everything set up. Well, then maybe we talk about the AI can ask you these questions, and then we can talk about maybe one of the Prime Coach subscriptions so you can have an all in one system, and I help teach you how to use it, and we go from there. So that's how, right? And then it's a 24/7 response without you needing to add anybody as this goes on. So I'm recording this today. Hello everybody. Probably later on some of you are going to be watching this and it might not be live. You might be watching this as an automated webinar afterwards, and then I'm going to have responses when you ask questions, right? Or my AI scan is going to be out there for everybody, right, to be able to take. It's going to respond back to you. I don't care if you take it at 2 o'clock in the morning or you take it at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I do not have to participate in answering that. It's going to give you a response. And I'm going to tell you right now, especially if I was out here looking for a plumber, which I have before for my house in Wisconsin, I go to Yelp or I go to Google or whatnot. And I'm like, I need a plumber in my area. And I get a bunch of plumbers and I go to their website. If I don't have a chat that I can actually kind of talk back and forth with them, it's a problem. It's a problem because the ones that I book are the ones that I get a response back from immediately and I can have some sort of conversation with. People still do go to your website. People still do go to a landing page. People still expect to get responses. People are very used to AI and we can make it sound like you. But my point is, you need to have, I don't care what kind of business you're doing, people need to be able to get a response from you. Let's go to the third, area 3, client intake. So this is how clients provide their information to you when you bring them on and how you organize it. If that intake happens via email or phone with no forms at all, we got problems. If that intake has you spending 3 or more hours per week on just collecting the information you need, we got problems. If that information is scattered across emails and notes and here, there, everywhere, over the hills and through the woods, we got problems. And if meetings start with administration, with me needing to take your information, if my onboarding starts with me having to get all your info up front instead of doing the real work, we really got problems. So what I've been able to do, like for myself and for others, is there's a structured intake process. There's forms that get filled out, and then it gets put into your contact, right? Into your CRM. Automatically, if you come on board with me and start working with me in any area, you know what happens? You're going to get a welcome email. You're going to get, hey, I need this information. You're going to get access to whatever programs or whatever it is that you have signed up for right away through automation. Okay. All of this needs to happen so that you're not collecting all this data every 10 seconds. And there needs to be an automated follow up for incomplete forms. If I don't get all the information I need, hello, I need something. I need it. I need to get back to you. Okay. That's client intake. Let's get to area 4. Operations. Oh, God. How many of you, do you guys hate answering emails? Hello. Do you hate answering emails? Do you hate having to go back and forth with the scheduling thing, right? Where, okay, I want to book this with you. And it's like, well, what time? Now, there's sometimes I do that. I literally kind of hone in on a time with people. But I'm going to tell you something. There's other times where, you know what I do? Here's my link. Click, schedule. Okay? You need to be able to have a scheduling system, especially if you're doing appointments. You need that scheduling system needs to be able to go back and forth and remind people and all that kind of stuff. If it's got to live in your head, you're going to lose people. Anytime you have to do manual follow-up, it just listen, and it happens to the best of us. If you're having to onboard each client and if it could be something that's a repeatable process, but you have to do it manually every time, that's not a good thing. And if administrative, this is a good one, guys. If administrative tasks consume 5 or more hours every week, we need to implement some AI scheduling, workflow sequences, onboarding systems, task routing. We need to do something to help you out. All right. We need to do something to help you out. If this is helping you guys, no matter what platform you're on, just give me a quick yes. Give me a quick yes in the chat. I want to welcome everybody and say hello to everybody that is on YouTube, Facebook, X, Instagram. If you're backstage here with me right now. All right, we're going to move on to the next one, and then we're going to go on and take our quiz, shall we? Content creation, the dreaded content creation. Let me tell you something. Copywriters, social media copywriters, you guys know this right now. Content copywriters. We used to spend weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks creating content. We used to have a monthly meeting to decide what we were going to talk about this month, what's coming on, what's going on. We had to do more research on what's really being searched, right? That SEO research and all that. It took a lot. And then we didn't even talk about writing the scripts, making sure we got good hooks, and then the thumbnails or the images for the carousels or what. It was a lot. And sometimes, especially if we're trying to be everywhere, it gets to be more than a lot. It gets to where we don't post because we're not comfortable. We don't post because we're not, and we're tired and we got too many things going on. Okay? Now, if it's taking you several hours just to create, just to come up with these ideas each week, we got a problem. That marketing goes quiet because we need visibility. It needs to be good visibility, well-written visibility, visibility that's going to help people take action. But you need to have a consistent brand voice. You need to know who you're talking to, what you're saying, and how you're saying it. AI has, if there's any area for me that this has really impacted myself and my clients, this is probably the biggest area that it's impacted. I can create a full week of content in a matter of an hour to 2 hours. And that's for me going back in, retyping, revamping so it doesn't sound AI, right? I get the general gist and then I put myself into it. And it allows me to have a very consistent presence across all platforms without any effort. Okay, you guys ready? I think we're ready to go. I think we're ready to do it. Oh, let's skip past this, please. Thank you. Go past that one. All right. I want you, if we could put the QR code back up on the screen. If you're watching this on a something somewhere, if you're watching it and you've got your phone free, just take a picture of that, scan that QR code. Or if you are on a desktop, laptop, something or another, open up a new tab if you haven't already and do the My Business AI Scan.com. My Business AI Scan.com. I can put it in, I'm not sure where this is all going to show. Oops. Why can't I'm not typing? Good Lord, Lisa. You're not typing. You would think this is the first time we've ever done it. My Business AI Scan.com. All right. Oh, thanks, Kissy. Thank you, dear. My business. While you guys are doing that, and I'm typing this everywhere so that everyone can take part in this. Hopefully I can get it everywhere. I know it might be a little bit more difficult on Facebook because for some weird reason, I'm not able to get over there and see the. All right. While you guys are doing that, and I want you to take a minute. All right. I want you to take a minute and I want you to answer these questions thoroughly. Can we go to the next slide? So while you're completing the scan, that first section, I just need some basic business info. We're going to like figure out the context of what it is you do. There is the thought process behind this, guys. There is a thought process behind it. Is this not why is this comment not working? Okay, there it is. I just dropped it in LinkedIn. I need to know what kind of business you're running or want to run. And that helps the AI scan understand which results are going to be the most relevant for you. Then we're going to talk about some lead generation, whether or not your current lead sources require heavy manual effort to maintain. Then we're going to talk about lead management, right? That how you respond and track inquiries. Notice we're not talking about sales just quite yet. I need to at first know exactly how you're managing these leads. Then after the sale, are you spending hours on client intake, right? Collecting information and all that kind of stuff. And then finally, we're looking at the operations and we're looking at AI interest. So we're looking at your comfortability with AI and where you most want to improve. And that's going to help us to prioritize the responses. So those of you that are here that have taken it, let me know. Drop a yes in the chat when you're done. Drop a yes in the chat when you're done. Or if you have any questions, you can definitely click that link. Or you can chat in there and ask me the questions. Drop it in the chat. This is going to be fun, guys. This is going to be fun. We tested this out with a few folks last night, and it was really, really, it really helped a lot. It really helped them figure things out a lot. All right. So we got that. We've got that. Okay. Let me know. I'm actually going to go into the back end of my, I can see actually when you guys have filled it out. I know when you've done it. Great. I have Mr. Larder. Yes, I have your scores here. And are you in let me explain what the scores mean. And then if you're in the back here, we're going to let you come up to the front and we're going to do some hot seat coaching. But let me talk to you guys about it just for a second. What do your scores mean? So, which one, if you can drop in the chat, this takes about 4 or 5 minutes to answer the questions. Takes 4 or 5 minutes, and this is going to go so much faster. So I have for our travel advisor, it looks to me that your highest score is lead generation. It's lead gen. That was I think this looks to me to be your highest. Yeah. And then operations came after. Interesting. Very, very interesting. So your highest score is going to be your primary AI opportunity, and the second highest is where we're going to focus next. Now, to your email, I want you guys to check your email. Check the spam and the promotions email as well once you've taken this, because you should have received from from admin at aicoachbill.com. You should have received an email that's going to give you, okay, a full-on report. So I'm working with Go High Level on a few things right now. There's a few things that, like with the score and it wouldn't specifically allow me to download the report. So this is one of the times I'm pushing it. So we're going to work on that. So hopefully you took a screenshot. If not, I can always get it to you. Once you take it, we can always schedule a time to talk. You can go back to the business scan as well. And that particular page, if you go back to that page, you'll be able to book your free 30-minute consultation. But I also want to be able to talk to you guys really quick. So let's go to the next slide. Okay, how to read your scores. If you scored between 7 and 10 in any area, this area, it's a high opportunity. It's likely consuming significant manual time. If you scored between 4 to 6, it's a moderate opportunity. There's meaningful room for improvement here. And depending on how the score is all flushed out, it may not be your highest priority, but it's definitely worth a strategic conversation. And if between 0 and 3, your current processes in this area are pretty systematized, they're looking pretty good right now, or they're not a high, there's nothing that we really need to focus on right now because of the other areas, right? So we're going to focus our areas on the other opportunities. Okay? Let's go to the next slide. All right, we're going to do hot seat time, okay, gang? I know that you're like, oh my God, I don't want to. But please, so I'm going to drop. Actually, we're going to drop the other one in there. Let's drop this one. We're going to drop, for those of you who, for those of you who are backstage, I might be able to bring you up right away, but I'm going to drop this one for those of you who are on YouTube or LinkedIn. Here is the I think you should be able to do it from all spaces. Here is the link to be able to join the chat, to come up and join the chat. You'll come backstage. Now, what I will tell you as well is wherever you're watching me, you're going to need to either mute it in the background. You're going to need to mute it in the background, okay? So does anyone who's taken the quiz just click that link that I just dropped everywhere if you want to come up and we can do some hot seat coaching. I can go through your results with you together. Or if you have a question you want to ask me about AI and about how AI can be of use to you, I would really love to hear that as well. I am interested in what a FORA, what is a FORA travel advisor? What is that, Mr. Larder, if you're still here? And then I've got Michael's as well. So I've got your scores as well. I guess you guys can just kind of let me know what you would like to do. I'm also gonna thank you those of you who gave me your website, because I'm able to see that then, and I'm also able to give you a little consultation on that. So let me know. Let me look in the back. Is anyone willing to kind of come up? If not, just tell me. I want to kind of though review a little bit of what each of these areas means though for you guys. So while we're waiting, let's go. Can we go to the next slide really quick? We're going to the next one. Okay. All right. So this is the couple things that I'm going to do, guys. Let's put the AI business scan back up again. So if you don't have that website address, that way you can go there. At the bottom of that screen, I'm actually going to go to that screen right now. Oh, it's already here. Duh, Lisa. Here, I'm going to present this. Let me share this screen. On this page, you guys should know this page really well by now, right? So we started up here. You took your free scan. It told you a little bit of information. At the bottom of this page is this business build consultation. You can book in 30 minutes with me. Scroll down to the bottom, book 30 minutes with me. I will have your results. You will have your results, and we could talk about them one-on-one together as well. If you don't want to like talk about them here, I understand not everybody is like me and just really, really wants to like be upfront. Okay. So I get that. If you want to book that in with me. All right. Book that in with me and we can go over everything. It's not a sales call. It's not, but I want to look at your business. Okay. I want to look at your business. All right. Oops. Let me put this back up. Add to stage. All right. I'm going to review just a couple things and kind of in closing, because I promised it'd be about 45 minutes to an hour. I don't really have a question. So I'm going to go on and just kind of talk to you guys a little bit about what the reason why I did this and what we can do next. The reason why I'm actually going to, can we also make here, let me make one more banner, dear. I'm going to give you guys, if you go to, if you go to my website, I can type, really I can.com. We're going to show this one. If you go to my website, okay. LisaEmperor.com. That's going to give you a general idea of who I am, and all the different facets of how I help people prosper in their purpose and help them grow their businesses. The reason why I was so excited to create this for you today is because I consistently scroll, and I see all the time. Okay. I see all the time 7 prompts to put into Claude, 12 prompts to put into ChatGPT, 6 prompts to put into Gemini, or I'm on YouTube and there's a 5,000,001 new AI tools, and this tool has gotten a ton better, and what you can do here. It is so confusing because there's so much noise. Just like there's a lot of people like me out here that are like, come use AI. There's a lot of noise. And I wanted to give you something that was going to help you cut through the noise so you knew where to go first. So that you could make an educated decision and an informed decision on where to go first. Because I find that when we're not clear, when everything is foggy, there's an old saying in sales that decision creates indecision. Because if I have too many choices, then I'm not quite sure what's what. I don't know for sure what's going to work and what's not. I don't know if I'm making the right decision. And because there's so many people out here that talk about they know this and they know that and they know this, I love that. I think it's amazing. I watch a lot of them. But I wanted to be kind of the person that says, yeah, I might know a lot, but can I help you figure it out? I want to know about you. That's my whole goal. I want to know about you because all of my information is not going to be worth anything to you if we don't understand how to apply it. So that's why I created this opportunity scan. That's why I love doing events like this. That's why I love talking to people. So I want you to go to lisaembroyer.com or you can go back to mybusinessaiscan.com, either place. And I want you to book in with me and I want to meet you. Right? I want to meet you. I even have some Saturday times open, guys. I don't normally listen. I like my Saturday. It's going to be warm here tomorrow in Greensboro. It's going to be 75 degrees. I want to be outside. So if you want to talk to me tomorrow, you better hurry up and get in there. Okay. But I even have Saturdays open because I understand that sometimes if you're working full time or whatever, you don't get the opportunity to meet with me during the day. So book in those times, take that scan, read your report. Okay. Read your report, check your spam, check your promotions, read that. It's going to give you some insights. And I hope that this has helped a little bit today to help you know where to go and what your first steps should be. All right. We have been together. Thank you so much for paying so close attention. Thank you for participating today. I very, very much appreciate it. Look for us to get back together maybe sometime next week. And we'll talk again. I would really love to hear from you guys. And I'd really love for you to kind of get into this a little bit with me. Like, I love AI now. I didn't love it at first, but we'll be having another webinar probably sometime next week, and I might meld a couple of them where I go a little bit further in how to use AI. And if you are looking for someone to guide you, if you're looking for an all-in-one CRM system, if you're looking for someone that's going to help teach you how to use that CRM system so that you're not just hanging out in the woods, please go to lisaembroyer.com or go down to the bottom of the My Business AI Scan, book that business build consultation, and I will be happy to meet with you and talk to you about what next steps could potentially be. All right, I hope you guys have a fantastic weekend. I can't wait again to see you all again soon. Take care. Talk to you soon. Bye bye.